Priyanka, in 2014, you were a part of a big commercial success like Gunde, and you also pulled off a terrific performance in Mary Kom. You know, it's great when opportunities...
Hey, Say Night was also a success. A commercial
I think what
success.
people remember is the performance in Mary Kom. You know, I'm guessing it's great when two such different opportunities show up in the same year. Do you consciously look for a chance to mix it up, to be able to show us a different side of you in every new film that you're doing?
I think more than showing you or the audience a different side, it's for me.
Okay.
I think I have ADD. I really get bored doing the same thing.
Okay.
Fear drives me, fear of failure. So I think it's a deliberate choice for me that I pick a part where I say, you know, I'm doing something similar, I don't want to do this right now. So I pick a variation of things.
And yet it's not in your hands when they'll show up. So you might have a year when you'll have a Krish 3 and a Zanjeer in the same year and be criticized for doing similar kind of ornamental, you know, roles.
I get a lot of shit for doing ornamental roles, I do.
How do you plan then?
You know, that way I'm really fortunate. I have amazing parts that come to me with amazing filmmakers, and I have no explanation of it except, you know, that it's really nice to know that parts like this are written for you or
True.
you're thought of just based on merit. It's really great. But yes, most of the years I have opportunities coming my way where I have the choice to say, oh my God, I have 3. Which one do I do?
Correct.
So I've not struggled with that too much yet.
This year you have a central role in Zoya Akhtar's film Dil Dhadakne Do, and you're playing a very central figure in Bajirao Mastani, which is Sanjay Leela Bansali's film. How are these films going to stretch your range?
Diametrically opposite films, first of all. Parts completely different. Working with Sanjay Bansali is like going to acting school, I feel.
Okay.
He's such a sensitive filmmaker. You know, and I mean, if I may say so myself, I'm good at faking it.
Okay.
So people don't catch me when I'm acting, usually, because I can fake emotions on camera. Now, after doing it for so many years, pretty well, but he catches me.
Okay.
He catches me when I'm lying. And that's, most people can't when I'm acting. So I know that he's superlative, like completely sensitive and tuned into me, which makes me completely stand on my toes.
Sure.
He expects such high level of performances from me, at least, that you know, I have to be so completely prepared, and it's incredible to feel that feeling. You know, that a director has such high expectations from you. It's complete freedom, the way you want to do it, except that she wants it so real. It's almost like you and I are having a conversation.
Right.
So I don't know if I performed or I didn't. And I've actually kind of left it to her. I've not even seen anything. And I just want to go with the flow. They're completely different directors, but yet so demanding in their own way.
You've seldom shied away from making movies with other heroines in them. You've done several 2-heroine films. In that, you also, you know, disproved that cliche that actresses don't get along. It's also true, unfortunately, that there are such few good roles being written for women, and in a sense, it's only 4 or 5 of you who are, in fact, competing for those parts. Does it get awkward? Does it get competitive, you know, being friends with with your colleagues, but also, in a sense, vying for the same parts?
You know, again, with me, I've been in a very fortunate position where I've not had the need to vie for a part.
Okay.
Because I've had amazing films that have come to me. I've never had to say, oh my God, this film is being made, I want to be a part of it.
Would you fight for a role if you knew there was something exciting going and you really thought you could bring something special to it?
I'm awkward with that. No. I really believe that casting is a director's prerogative.
Okay.
There have been films where I've said, you know what, I would have been better in this.
Right.
But, I definitely would have done this better. And maybe sometimes the directors have come back and told me, we made a mistake. That's also happened. I'm not gonna name them, but no, I'm too awkward. I would never go and say I want to do the film.
Yeah, the most recent development in your career, of course, is that you've signed a 1-year development deal with the ABC network to star in an American TV series next fall. That's a big commitment, isn't it? It's a good 6 to 8 months of your life being spent in the US shooting a TV series. And who knows what direction that will take you in right after. How far ahead do you plan your career and your life, and how much do you leave for chance?
I actually don't plan ahead, which is why I probably signed this deal. Because I'm not sitting and thinking about it. It's an amazing opportunity as an actor.
Right.
It's never happened for anyone from our country that, a network is sitting there creating something for me.
For you specifically, yes.
And American TV has ridiculously amazing content
Indeed.
and writing. So I think it'll be enriching for me as an experience too. If I like something, yes, it will be a commitment. If the show gets picked up, if the pilot is liked, if the series is liked, I have not thought about all that yet.
Right. But you're obviously open to going in that direction.
Yeah, because I've been able to handle my music and my India career so far relatively well.
True.
Which was also about 5 to 6 months being spent in America. Yet I did 3 films a year in India. So
True.
I've not taken like a back foot on either or.
Right.
And I don't plan to even now. So.
Okay. Okay. Now, Scandal, which is an ABC show, has an African American woman at its center. There's How to Get Away with Murder, which now has also an African American actress who is central to that show. It's taken so long for an African American actress to be at the center of an American TV series. How hopeful are you that there will be strong, interesting roles for an Indian actor?
If you see the kind of shows that ABC is doing, whether it was Sofia Vergara, Eva Longoria, or Kerry Washington, they believe in diversity.
Right.
And to me, it's time for India. It's not just about being Indian, but it's about talent from India which can move into global entertainment.
Right, right. So you're not seeking out necessarily just characters that are Indian in American shows.
In fact, I'm deliberately trying to stay away from that.
Okay.
I want to play ethnically ambiguous parts. And if I'm Indian as my culture, it's fine.
Right.
But I don't want that to be the stereotype of what India is to be the crux of the part that I play.
Sure.
So it's me and my messed up Indian family.
Right.
That's something I don't want to do. It would be interesting if you see me playing, I don't know, an Egyptian princess.
Now, when you did Mary Kom, there was this joke that Priyanka Chopra earned more money playing Mary Kom than Mary Kom has earned in her sporting career. I get that. And still it's a reality, it's a sad reality, isn't it, that our sporting heroes, unless you're a cricketer of course, are paid less than our screen heroes. Is that something that you thought about when you heard that joke?
Actually, I got super offended because I didn't want to talk about my remuneration.
Sure.
And second of all, yes, a lot of different careers, different opportunities. If I'm being logical, okay?
Right.
This may be not the right thing to say, but if you think about it, today you can't compare me as an actress to, say, the remuneration a businessman like a Mukesh Ambani would get. It's illogical. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Yes, I probably put in just as many hours, I probably travel around the world just as much, but it's a different profession.
Sure.
Whereas I do think that when you come to sporting, if you're talking about cricketers vis-a-vis hockey players, vis-a-vis boxers, yeah, you can do a comparative study and say it's not fair that cricketers get paid so much, but then it's not fair that people only watch cricket.
True.
People need to start watching other sports in this country too, and maybe people who deserve that kind of money and platform will start getting it. The fact that when this film was made on Mary Kom, her recognition and her lifestyle has improved ridiculously because of the fact that a film was made on her life. Today, when she goes and plays the sport, she has a full house of crowds which are saying, Mary, Mary, which she didn't have 2 years ago. And I feel incredible to have provided her with, in whatever little way, provided her with the recognition she deserved so long ago.
True.
And I think that's a better way of looking at it.
Okay.
Rather than comparing me to her. I'm not going to turn around and say, Neeta Ambani, why do you get paid so much? It's a bit silly.
Finally, Priyanka, you turned 32 this year.
Yeah.
Now, for young women who aren't actresses, they'd probably be married at 32. Do you miss or do you feel the absence of a healthy romantic relationship currently?
Who says there's an absence? Just because you don't know about it or I don't talk about it doesn't mean it's absent.
I'm going to leave it at that.
I'm a very private person when it comes to my personal spaces and my personal relationships. I always have been. And I don't believe in either being vocal about it or being, public about it. And that's how it'll stay till, of course, I decide to get married, which could happen 2 years ago or can happen 2 years later.
Okay.
When I'm ready is when I'll be ready. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
But here's wishing you a great personal and professional life. Thank you so much for talking to us. All the best.